Okay, good evening, my dear darlings. Today, as oops. Originally we were gonna do the composition today. It turns out that can no longer be the case because I forgot that you guys had apparently made a consistent Friday afternoon. Afternoon for me, morning for West Coast, evening for Britain. Um, a request and sponsorship. So that's what we will be doing today. And in fact, if you look on the screen, what we will be doing is a Friday flight stream. Yay! As some of you will recall, I have done this in the past. It turns out that they kind of ruined my favorite city, which is why I stopped. And also, yes, I just put on some background music because I don't think, yeah, Flight Simulator doesn't really have music per se. So we're gonna use our own background music, which means we're gonna need to record some more sooner or later because otherwise we'll run out of stuff to do. So, uh, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, no, we did do this before. At least with a few of you, we've done this before. Um, and we're going to just continue, you know? Fun, 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 fun. Let's check out Hong Kong again because I miss Hong Kong so much. Oh my god. It's not even funny. It's the best city. Uh let's do a nice open top so we can see outside. We'll pick this bad boy. Okay. And then we're just gonna just set this as departure. Is it lagging for you? I don't think so, right? Okay. Okay, and to answer a separate question, yes, I do have. I thought we talked about this already, but it's fine. I do have a. What do you call it? A flight setup, and it's a HOTAS setup, which. Uh, no, I did not build. You know, that's actually a good point. I really want to build my own little cockpit, but and it's such a faff, and up until now at least, there's been no real good game to take advantage of it. And if you think about it, right, like you build it to specification for a single plane, and then what? Right, like I'd much rather do essentially what I'm doing right now, which is so the setup is called HOTAS, hand on throttle and stick. And so on my right hand, I have the traditional joystick, and on my left hand is a throttle thing that separates out, so I can control things like flaps. I can control things like trim and all of that good stuff. And so that's what we're gonna do today. Why are you lagging? Is it lagging? Are you lagging? Don't do this to me. Okay, let's try this now. Parking brake. Oh no, that's not. Oh, I haven't done this in forever. I don't remember which one my parking brake was. No, there we go. Okay. Now it's disengaged, right? Oh, 1 second. Okay. My controls are reversed, which is really interesting if you look at it. Here, let's take a look at it together. Notice how my throttle, this is minimum and this is maximum, but like it actually wants me to do this, where at 100% it's 0 and at 0% it's that. So I assume this is reversed, and then this is reversed. And before we continue, let's just make sure. I'm gonna check my trim. Yep, the trim is right, and I'm gonna do that one later. Okay, so power full. There we go. Gonna use the tail to just make sure we're staying on straight. Parking brake. I thought I disengaged it. I don't have it. Wait a second. Hold on. You're right. I should have checked this before, but I thought. See, I swear I thought. Wait, what is 18? Yeah, that. Oh. What am I binding 20 to? APU started. Okay, APU has to be started, and then 18. Or was it? Wait, I have it bound to engine? Hold on a second. Okay. Just bear with me. No, it's bound to 16. Okay, that makes more sense. It's reversed. That's so annoying. Okay. Well, it's okay. We're good. So parking brake should be disengaged now. Yes. We're good. And now we're gonna lift off. Yeah. Okay, so while we're flying, how are we doing today? It's a Friday. It is a Friday, isn't it? Yeah, it's the 19th. It's a Friday. 21. I believe that's that, yes. It's a Friday. You should be enjoying it. What do you mean, why? It's a Friday. I mean... I remember I had a buddy who when I started graduate school, he sort of those late entry investment banker associate types that basically never gets a break. And I remember him doing like 100-hour days, or 100-hour days, 100-hour weeks, and that was interesting. Like, at the time I was like, that looks fun. I might want to do that. And then I ended up doing startups, and that was even worse. So I don't know. But yeah, we'll adjust the trim. Lower the nominal engine speed. Bring trim up a little, so our vertical speed remains going upwards. Okay, so yeah, things are good on my end, at least. I mean, you guys have heard from me literally for what now, like every day for the past 2 weeks. I swear, like like why? You know, like my original schedule had always been once every 2 days, right? And the moment, I think, for whatever reason, what's his face realized he could sponsor me and I would actually take you guys seriously in terms of sponsorship, you guys just kind of went crazy. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't mind so much. It's actually kind of fun, but it's just a little weird, you know, just a little, because like normally when we're chatting on Discord, like I can do something else, and obviously it's not just me talking, but like the moment that we're doing this, it's like you guys have all made me your source of well, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. You can just assume that I'm your source of entertainment. You're welcome. And you know, it makes sense. In return, you know, you give me tons of money, and everybody's happy, right? Essentially, yeah, exactly. I'm a service provider. That's it. I should incorporate, actually. Actually, I should incorporate, because a lot of this I can then expense. You know what? I might just do that. I might just incorporate, actually. Because like, why not, right? Like, it's not like it costs you anything to incorporate. Like, and even and obviously I'm gonna have to tax this. So actually, you know what? I have a bone to pick with you guys for that. The moment you guys did this, like it means that I have to tax this, and it means that my like I'll have to let me just adjust this. Want some amount of like choppiness in the waters. There we go. And I swear to God, the amount of tax that I have to like take care of, excuse me, is not worth the amount that you guys are gonna give me. Like guaranteed. I don't want gusts. I just want wind. Let's slow it down to 30. See, it's mostly because I don't want the sea to look like it's still, because it's impossible for the sea in Hong Kong to be still, right? Like that's all sorts of ridiculous. So it's just for my personal realism factor. Oh, I can. A little bit more. A little bit less. Okay, 25. Take note for next time. We're gonna do 25 knot winds. And it's actually particularly interesting if you see how badly it's jolting this plane around. We're gonna gain some height. See if we can't avoid this. And see what if they've done anything to improve Hong Kong. Actually, for that matter, we're gonna move over to Hong Kong Island. So, how's the Friday going? Nice. One at a time. What you am I gonna have to become a teacher? Be like, let's all speak one person at a time so that we can all hear each other. I love that. That's great. But yeah, like the week has been fine for me. I don't know what you're complaining about. No, I'm aware. For reference, there were some deals that were sort of second and third hand party to that have turned interesting. We'll put it that way. That have turned interesting. What about my West Coast boys? Anything fun for breakfast today? It's only 10:30, right? Yeah, you guys are. I mean, you guys are on the West Coast. You guys don't start work until what, like 11? But isn't everyone essentially a techie anyway? Like even if you are in the position that you are. Well, you have to be, don't you? Because otherwise, like, your clientele will just like disappear. I mean, you could try it. The point that was made was that a particular person on the West Coast wants to emulate me and wear like business attire even while working with like tech startups, and you can already see that that's a bad idea, because you know those bros don't understand anything if you're not wearing like a sweatshirt and like tracksuit. Like I don't understand that either, honestly. Like, I mean, personally, I know for me at least, I feel more comfortable in a suit, right? And so it just ends up being of particular, like, we talked about this a little bit in the past, where essentially the point that I made was it's like I'm more comfortable in a suit, and so therefore I can sell things. Well, sell things. I can explain, like it doesn't look as awkward if I'm trying to do public speaking while in a suit. And yet, for a particular point, when I dabbled in some management consulting, I was essentially forced into like wearing really uncomfortable clothing, because otherwise they would, like, according to them, the clients wouldn't accept me not doing so. And that's terrible. And so I did terrible, and so, like, obviously I I still maintain though that I think I could have done better if I were allowed to wear whatever I wanted. And and actually, let me just go down and look at these buildings to make sure that they correspond to what I think they do. I think they've been fixed. Have they been fixed? No, they haven't been fixed, eh? Yeah, like certain landmarks have, but like a lot of these other buildings look generic. Let's see. Yeah, that's all pretty generic. I'll run into that. That sucks, man. That really, actually, maybe we need to. Hold on, let me double check. I'm going to just double check this on Google Maps. Not Google Maps. What am I doing? Talking about Bing Maps, of course. Who remembers Bing? Oh my god, what a beautiful failure that was. Oh, what an absolute beautiful failure. Street side. Yeah, I'm just on I'm on Microsoft Maps. You know, the stuff that comes standard with Windows. Let's go this way. No, that can't be it. I don't believe that's it, man. I've been here. That looks so weird. What even is that? Pause, active pause, active pause. Okay. That must be Nathan Road. Well, not Nathan Road, what am I saying? Oh my god, what is this? Oh my god, the map of Hong Kong doesn't align with the map of Hong Kong. That sounds weird, but I promise it's... So what I'm saying is that the map of Hong Kong doesn't align with the satellite map of Hong Kong. Ah, no wonder Google's kicking your bottom in this. Okay, let's go to google.com. And go. I just want to double check that, like, these houses can't look like that. And so, like, I just... It upsets me that they do, right? Because like, it certainly shouldn't look like this. Like, these look all like generic buildings. And the promise of Microsoft's Flight Simulator was that they would reconstruct buildings based on satellite maps. And for a while, that was true for Hong Kong, right? Like, that was very much true. And so I had a great time flying through it. And then they changed something in one of the updates where, you know, they made the other parts of the world prettier, and suddenly it's crap for Hong Kong, and that's sad. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to go visit Mount Fuji, because fuck it. Pretend I didn't say that. We're gonna start at Narita, and we're going to use a slightly better plane, slightly faster plane, I think. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna fly this. That, turn on the brakes. Oh, I'm just playing with the switches. There's something incredibly satisfying about using mechanical switches. Like that very. Do you guys hear that? Right, like that very mechanical click. It's wonderful. I love it. This goes to the center. This goes down. Okay, we should be good. Now we just need to wait for it to load up. I know, we've barely started and it's been 20 minutes. Oh, well, you know what this means? This just means that you guys need to donate more so I can stream for longer. No, I don't mean donate. I mean sponsor. My bad. Yeah, like, you know, how about double? No, triple. Let's go triple. The longer we go, yeah, it's exponential. Oh, let's not do this in the dark, okay? Let's not do this in the dark, okay? Let's do it at sunrise. Perfect. Isn't it great when you can just like... Are you saying my... Parking brake disengaged. Okay. Great. So we're just going to... Oh, it lifted by itself. That's a lot of lift. That's a lot of lift, excuse me. Now we're just gonna do that, and then we're gonna trim up. Trim down a little. Yeah. Perfect. Now question is, where are we? That's a good question. We are in Narita Airport, but I have no idea where we are on the map. So let's pull up the map. I think we're going south east. That's right. And so obviously we don't want to go southeast. Nice lines. So we're moving in the right direction. Let's go trim up a little bit. So we're going to go into the Tokyo metropolitan area, and from there we're going to essentially cross it and go to Mount Fuji. Yeah, good talk. By the way, how's the background music? We made it together. Don't you guys like it? Tell me you like it. Of course. Wind. I actually don't care so much about wind now because we are not going to fly over much water. So it doesn't matter that the wind actually looks like the water looks like there's absolutely nothing going on, right? And I mean, you can kind of appreciate the difficulty there, and because on Earth, water is affected by basically everything. Oh my God, why can't I trim this properly? Let's bring the engine power down to 66, and in return, we'll bring trim up to 1%. Come on. Oh, too much. 2%. 2% is okay. Yeah, so like in real life, obviously water begets water, in that the more water you have, even a wave a couple kilometers away will push and pull at the water that's in your current location. But of course you don't want a computer to do that, right? Because that's too many superfluous calculations it has to deal with. And so I can appreciate, small lakes being still. I can appreciate even small rivers. Like don't compute that. And I certainly appreciate why they wouldn't want to waste. Maybe let's not say waste. Let's say they wouldn't want to spend extra computation on water physics in a flying game. Absolutely understand that. But I do want it, and so that's why I turn it on. But in this case, we're at dawn. It doesn't look like there's a lot of wind, and so like that makes it all. Okay, you guys can't see the map with me in a way, right? Yeah, okay. Like we're at dawn, and it's it's understandable if there's not that much stuff in the water. Let's take a look at where we're going. Obviously, Mount Fuji is somewhere over here, and we're gonna go that way. But we do really want to cross the Tokyo metropolitan area first, because I'm a weeb. What are you gonna do? No, actually, I'll be honest. I think Tokyo was one of my favorite places to work. Actually, aside from Hong Kong, obviously, like Hong Kong, nothing beats Hong Kong in terms of just the sheer will of humanity. The Hong Kong is such a beautiful demonstration of the power of humanity, of what humans are capable of if there's will. I mean, and money, of course. And I mean, Hong Kong, there was enough money. I'm not gonna get into the current situations, but like outside of Hong Kong, I think my favorite place was really Japan, just because of it being slightly more. I don't want to say civilized, but rather I want to say it was more technologically retro-futuristic, if that makes sense, right? Like, because a lot of technology or a lot of infrastructure in Japan was, for obvious reasons, built after World War II, and a lot of that infrastructure, a lot of that technology was created in response, or not in response, but it was created before the smartphone revolution, obviously, and even before personal computing. And so it's the aesthetic of Japan combined with the way that technology developed in Japan makes it's a much more interesting. Oh look, there's Mount Fuji over there. You guys see it? Right there. It's catching the sunlight. I think that must be it. And it's catching the sunlight. That's pretty. That's properly beautiful. Like, see what this game is capable. Anyway, so like the retro futuristic aesthetic, the combination of futuristic cities, but still also the traditional religion that is still being practiced in certain ways and forms. So we're not gonna say that it completely survived both World War II and the American occupation, because that's obviously untrue. But what we can say is that particular belief system with that particular aesthetic, to me, is made it a better place to work than for example, Frankfurt, or heaven forbid, London. Oh God, London. Wait, yeah, didn't I meet you in London? Yeah, no, I did. Yeah. So that's the point, right? Like, remember what we were doing in London? It was just like, oh my God, London has so much potential, but everyone ever does when they go to everyone always does. Forget the grammar, it's fine. All that's ever been done in London is you visit the main touristy sites and then you go away. And to talk about proper like local culture in London, that's I'm not gonna say that's non-existent, but it's very much a very modern and moves with the times. Whereas in Asia, you have so much. The weight of history, to me at least, feels deeper in Asia than it does in Europe and in the West in general. And I think I don't think you can argue with me on that. That's why I said it, because I knew you were typing that as as but the point remains, of course, that it's a different type of society, it's a different type of culture. And in the West, because modern civilization was essentially developed in the West, and so that's why societal progress in the West is very much linked to how the cities look, how they feel, how they behave. Like you'll have more of the little things in Germany simply because it wasn't unified until the late 1800s. But in places like England, right, in America, like society developed with the modern system. Society developed and changed with the modern system, whereas in China, oh well, China's a different story. In it is. Well, we can talk about it one day. But I want to focus on Japan, where really the modern system was broken open by an American with a cannon, right? And that was very much in the late 1800s. So 200 years of development, I'm gonna round up, 200 years of development is really not enough to completely supplant the core values of a culture, especially if that culture was not denied, right? That's not to say that everyone subscribes to the older interpretation of things. Not at all saying that. But instead what I'm saying is that there is, or rather that there remains, a clash of civilization in Japan, in Hong Kong, and China, in Korea, between the old system. Like, remember, in Europe, we would call that the ancient regime, right? And that's what our boy Napoleon did. But keep in mind that even Napoleon didn't. I would personally argue, like, the change pre and post Napoleon is not as big a change, a clash of cultures, as between shogunate Japan and like post shogunate modern Japan, right? Like that clash of difference, that clash of ideology, that clash of culture, of civilization, is very much greater than pre and post Napoleon. 100%. Like there's no doubt about that. There's, even with Napoleon, there remains continuity in the West, whereas pre Meiji Restoration Japan and today, that is completely two different cultures. And obviously, as an outsider talking about it, I romanticize it a little bit more than perhaps locals do, and shoot me. But the point remains, like, if we go to China, right? Like in Hong Kong, it's very much it didn't take on certain aspects that happened within the past 100 years. There is still that clash of civilization even today. If, of course, Hong Kong has developed its own personality, its own sort of identity that I think is I mean, I enjoy that city. No, I'm not gonna get pulled into that argument. You know that. We've talked about it before. We can talk about it in private afterwards. Oh wait, we have been. It is 34 minutes. It appears we're not gonna reach Mount Fuji today, and I'm sorry for that. But that's not really the point of this anyway, right? It's for apparently you guys listening to me talk and ramble on about things. So we'll consider this a success. Before we go, actually, let's share drinks. What are we all drinking, eh? Nice. Nice. Really? In the morning? Really? But sherry is such a... It's such a dessert drink. Like, I mean, I could understand drinking in the morning in some circumstances. Like, say, if you have a difficult client you have to meet later on, you might as well go half drunk. I mean, I've done that. I've done that before. um, did I ever tell the story about where I for my first committee meeting, I was so nervous that, well, not too nervous, but I was quite a bit more nervous than I am now. That my friend at the time, she essentially fed me not two big glasses, so that's about half a bottle of like whiskey the night before. So I went into it hungover, and I did such a phenomenal job. um, that at least for the next two committee meetings for my PhD, I went into each of them hungover just because it made life easier. So yeah, no, I can understand drinking. I just don't understand sherry. Can we not do sherry? Oh my god. On that note, what is with sweet alcohols? Ugh. Ugh. Like, if you don't like the taste of alcohol, maybe don't drink it. No, I know I'm saying that as a purist. That's okay. Also, look, we're approaching Mount Fuji. Isn't it beautiful? Say it's beautiful. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ignore your drink. um, you know, I'm actually not a big fan of Riesling. It's it's less interest. Oh, look at that, Yoyogi. That's the old Olympic Stadium, I think. I'm not a big fan of Riesling just because it's a lot drier than you expect from the smell. So when it goes in, you have cognitive dissonance. Like I suffer from cognitive dissonance every time I get near a Riesling. Like I like how it's possible for you to just like anything I say to come back with a question about my physical well-being and my and my value of existence. That's like, you guys see that, right? Like, when we're in chat, when we're just talking, like typing on Discord, that's not what you do. Like, why is it that you do that when you're listening to my voice? I'm so confused. uh, no, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, let's end here for before before it gets even worse. So we're gonna end it here for today. Thank you very much for watching. I guess Friday flight streams will become a thing in the next Friday again. Because I mean, you guys have already paid for like the next 3 weeks, so I don't know why. Don't ask me. Don't ask me why they did it. Your curiosity is as good as mine. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. In conclusion, download Firefox, don't do Chrome. Please don't like oh my god. You see how Chrome recently just added the live transcription thing? Why couldn't that have been a mod? Right? That's my point. Like, everything gets stuffed into Chrome because it's the baby. It's the future. And of course, you guys saw the antitrust lawsuit against Chrome for disabling cookies and stuff. And like, that's the point. Don't do it. Make it leaner and make everything an extension if you really wanted to. Like, embrace the open source spirit, right? Make everything an extension. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Love you guys. No, not you. Yeah, don't do Chrome, download Firefox, and have a good weekend. We'll see you tomorrow for composition. Bye.